And in the end, the Danish state was also involved in negotiations with investors in 2012, and it was decided not to sell parts of Vestas to China and or Chinese investors, and they did overcome this whole situation only first by, I would say, extreme cost savings already in the year starting 2012. Secondly, by getting on board Mitsubishi Heavy Industries for their whole offshore supply chain. So the Vestas turbines, since then, it is a cooperation of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and Vestas, while Mitsubishi mainly acts as an investor. But and then they had really high cost savings. They did throw out about 20% of the staff in 2012, and did really a lot to get more competitive in that time. And you can.
Sorry, what happened in 2000? They got rid of 20% of their what?
Yes, they got Vestas did fire almost 20% of the staff members.
Okay.
So laid off about 20% of the staff, and in the end, you can say all these cost savings, the most turbine suppliers go through today. Vestas has done that already some years ago. They're used to that already. This is a bit the situation, and the others are now following. And I see there, especially GE and Siemens, doing all efforts to realize cost savings. And of course, also Senvion and Nordex and Enercon are trying to do that, while it is for these three smaller turbine suppliers more difficult. On the other hand, I must clearly say, you can say today there are internationally only 6 competitive turbine suppliers, or 6 established turbine suppliers. It is Vestas, Siemens, GE, Senvion, Nordex, and Enercon. And the market or the developers, they are more or less crying to keep at least this number of competitive suppliers.
Just to maintain competitive tensions, and so the pricing doesn't escalate.
Exactly. And this is these 6 turbine suppliers. They're active. They are all active onshore. Offshore, you can say today there are more or less only Vestas and Siemens active. I mean, Senvion is officially also offering an offshore turbine, but that's not competitive at all. GE is right now offering an offshore turbine, also not competitive at all. So from a developer's perspective, you can purchase today only 2 types of wind turbines, one from Vestas and one from Siemens. And of course, they know these 2 suppliers know from each other very well the pricing, and this is a quite unfavorable situation for turbine suppliers. For wind farm developers. And this is also a big chance now for GE. They are announcing a big new offshore turbine, and of course they announce this will become more competitive than the ones from Vestas and Senvion, Vestas and Siemens, but this remains to be seen. But it is for a company like GE a big possibility to become the third active offshore turbine supplier. And for Senvion, I would say it is almost impossible to step back in the offshore market, because the offshore industry is a very risky market. It requires a lot of background capital and or backup capital, and I said even Vestas had to stay out of that when they were alone, or had to move out of that. Vestas was active, but they also lost a lot of money, and they could afford to step back into that only by an engagement of Mitsubishi.
And that's because it's expensive to